Allow me to take you back 40 years in time. A young country boy was just emerging into the world. David Bowie was creeping people out with his beautiful bulge. That's right, today we're talking about more Labyrinth figures from Plastic Meatball. Howdy and welcome back to the channel. I am Country Boy, and yes, this is Whatcha Figure. We are going to be talking about some more Labyrinth figures. A movie that came out 40 years ago. Yeah, that's a long ass time ago. Labyrinth is a movie that I've seen dozens of times throughout my lifetime, and it's honestly one of those charming yet super creepy movies that should maybe not be for kids, but it was made for kids. It's got the kind of the same concept as like Alice in Wonderland or The Wizard of Oz. You know, a young girl goes into this foreign land and meets all these weird, zany, creepy, crazy, wacky, weird people. Different creatures, different animals, all sorts of weird chaos ensues, and it is a super fun movie. If you've been on my channel, you might have seen that I got the original wave of the Labyrinth figures. So you got yourself Jareth the Goblin King, Sarah, and Hoggle right here. And these were, I mean, they're not great figures. I'll say that right now. These are the most basic figures you're gonna get, probably 5 POA, if that. Very, very little articulation. But what they lack in articulation, they make up for in charm. Because I love the packaging that comes with these things. And just the fact that these figures kind of look like what figures might have looked like back in the 80s. That's kind of what it harkens back to. It's got that classic retro look to them. Very limited detail and paintwork, but they come with pretty cool packaging and the memories. Oh, you can't fake the memories. If you've seen the movie as much as I have and you fell in love with the characters like I did, then these are some definite must-have figures for any toy collector. And I thought that they would be done after wave 1. I thought, okay, you know what, we got the main core. We got Jareth and Sarah and Hoggle, plus a little worm dude in there as well too. Are we gonna get any more? If I didn't get any more, it wouldn't have hurt my feelings. But to know that they came out with a wave 2, ho ho ho, I am excited. Because I cannot wait to get to looking at these figures. And no, I will say right now, I will not be opening these figures as I did not with the past ones. Half of the charm of these things is the packaging that they come with and the pictures onside the cards. So I will not be opening these, unfortunately. I'm sorry, I know you come to this channel to see unboxing. But maybe you'll still get a little bit out of this with me just looking at the figures inside the packaging. So without further ado, let's get to looking at the packaging. So starting us off, we will have Jareth the Goblin King in his masquerade gala outfit. So this would be like the dream sequence that's in the movie with him and Sarah. He has a mask on. There's a bunch of people around him as well too that have masks on. And it's kind of like this mystical kind of dream-like quality about it as well too. It's a beautiful, memorable moment in the movie, and it doesn't last very long. He wears this outfit for just that sequence. But I love that this has been put into toy form. It's got him with the mask, and it still has his hair. And I didn't notice it in the picture here. You can see his blue highlights that are in his hair as well too. That's something I never really noticed in the movie. But now I have it on an image of him for this action figure. I can see it properly. That's cool that they have that. I don't really notice it on the figure itself. I don't see any blue highlights in there. But you know, this is again just one of those kind of old school toys. Very minimal in the detail, minimal in the coloring. I love the image of Jareth and the overall packaging that this comes with a big Labyrinth right on the top. Jim Henson's as well too. You go to the back and you can see the figures from the first wave. So there's Jareth, Hoggle, and Sarah as well too. And then everything that comes in this wave that we will be looking at right away here. And it does say 40th anniversary. So there you go, 1986. That's a long ass time ago. But that'll do it for Jareth. Next, let's take a look at Sarah in her masquerade gala outfit. And so here we have Sarah in her masquerade outfit. No mask to speak of. She doesn't have a mask. She's not like one of the bad guys in the background. She's not like Jareth. She doesn't have a mask. But she looks beautiful as ever. This is part of that dream sequence that I was talking about with David Bowie's character, Jareth. And she looks, this is when I knew that Jennifer Connelly was going to be one of my childhood crushes, because seeing her in this gown was just beautiful. She is gorgeous in this part of the movie. Look, she's gorgeous in the whole movie as well too, but this part of the movie, she stands out for sure. Just beautiful. And again, you see Jennifer Connelly, a big image of her and the Labyrinth. You see the inside there, she looks beautiful, I guess, if you can say that, for this little little action figure of hers. But she comes with soft goods, which is something we didn't get in Wave 1. There was no soft goods. But this is, it definitely looks like you would get, like, even like the quality of the soft goods is something that I would think that you would get like in the 1980s for like even like Kenner Star Wars toys or something like that. That's what it reminds me of, and it does the job. It does look like Sarah does in the movie, sort of anyways. Going to the back, got the same 3 figures from the first wave and all the same images of the figures from this wave as well too. So that'll do it for Sarah in her masquerade outfit. And I'm so glad they did a wave 2 of this, because you got a Sir Didymus and an Ambrosius. When they enter the scene, it is funny as hell, because Sir Didymus is one of those chatterbox type of characters who just doesn't shut up. He's really funny, and he rides his trusty steed, or his trusty shaggy dog, if you will, Ambrosius. They're a cool pair together in the movie. I love whenever they're on scene. And the biggest reason I'm glad they did a wave 2 of the Labyrinth characters is we needed a Sir Didymus and an Ambrosius. Absolutely awesome that we got these 2 characters. Sir Didymus is probably the funniest character that's on the movie, and he's funny. He's just this little guy. I don't know if is he a dog? He looks kind of like a dog, but he's riding a dog. But he has like this almost like Robin Hood kind of way about him, with the gear that he wears and like a sword that he uses. But he's easily taken care of. Love that we got these guys in here, and you can see here, I guess it's not a sword technically. It's more of like a staff that he uses, and he hits guys with it. So you can see them in here. You got Sir Didymus at the top and Ambrosius at the bottom, kind of wearing like, it looks like a quilt, kind of covering him, and a saddle for Sir Didymus to ride. So it's not soft goods, it's all hard plastic. I don't think there's any articulation in Ambrosius, probably just the head. Again, I'm not going to be pulling this out to even see, but you can see this level of detail it's minor, but it is cute, and it definitely resembles the characters from the movie. The back is exactly the same as the other 2 figures that we showed already, so nothing new there. But yeah, I'm so glad that we got a wave 2, because I did need these guys in my collection. And to round us off, the whole reason that Sarah goes on her journey, we got Toby and a goblin. So Toby is her brother, who she wishes was taken away by the Goblin King, and lo and behold, he does exactly that. He takes her brother away as she's babysitting him, and this is one of the goblins that we do see in the movie. I'm going to see if I can find an image of this specific goblin, because there's a bunch of goblins throughout the movie, and I think this is probably one of the most memorable ones that you do see in the movie. Again, the level of detail, very minimal. See a big image of Toby right there, crying with all the goblins around him. Sad, poor little Toby. And inside the packaging, yeah, you do see Toby with his red and white striped pajamas that he's wearing. And then you got this little goblin dude here as well too. I didn't realize that he had a tail. So if you look inside the packaging, this guy has a tail, this goblin. Didn't realize that. You would not have known that unless you got yourself an action figure of this guy. I'm glad that we got, I would love if we got more goblins, because there's a whole bunch of goblins that are in this movie that stand out. I'd love to get a whole bunch of those guys. And looking at the back, once again, it is exactly the same as the other one, so nothing to write home about. But yes, I am super excited that I have all of these action figures. They are very minimal for what they do, but they speak to the guy that has this place in his heart for Labyrinth all these years. I've been watching this movie for so many years, and I love these characters. I would love more highly detailed figures of this line as well too. If somebody wants to do that, I would be totally on board. And hey, Plastic Meatball, I saw what you did. You had a Ludo at one of your conventions. Was that DesignerCon or something like that? I'm not sure which convention it was, but I saw that. Are we going to be getting that anytime soon? I would love it if we could get ourselves a Ludo. Ludo is one of those big, burly, kind of almost like a sad sack kind of character. He's getting beat up. He's hanging upside down when they first find him. And he's just lovable, and he's huggable. He's just this giant, almost Sasquatch type character with a droopy face and droopy ears. I really need myself a Ludo. I don't know if he would be in the same size packaging as these ones, because he's a big character. But hey, if you're going to show him, you better be making him. So I'm hoping there's a Wave 3 coming sometime in the future. It's been a few years since we had Wave 1. We got Wave 2, and I'm hoping Wave 3 is something like that. Maybe get us a Ludo, get us a whole bunch of goblins in there as well too. Get us an owl version of David Bowie. That'd be cool. There's a few different characters you could definitely throw in there. Even the hand puppet guys, those creepy guys that carry Sarah, hold Sarah when she's falling, and or those 2 guys that are upside down. They ask questions and they're doing the riddles and stuff like that. Just a whole bunch of guys you could throw into Wave 3 if you wanted to. I would be on board. So hey, Plastic Meatball, if you're listening, I want more figures in this line. And hey, if you made it this far and you're still watching, then please, if you wouldn't mind checking out some of my other videos on my channel, go ahead, like, subscribe, hit the bell button on the side as well too. I am CountryBoy_9, but I'm also known as CountryBoyNiner. Check me out a whole bunch of different places, like right here on YouTube, or I'm also on Instagram, I'm also on TikTok, Letterboxd. If you want to find me somewhere, read some of my reviews for movies and stuff like that. I'm a whole bunch of different places, but I'm also on another couple of channels with my friends. One's called Wasted Opinions, the other is called Malad Matinee. We have a blast on those two channels. Check out some of those videos. I'm sure you'll like something on there. But that's gonna do it for my Labyrinth review of these action figure packages and figures. I need more. I need more. Please, plastic people, I am all in on this line. Get me some more of these Labyrinth figures. But that is going to do it. I am Country Boy, and I put the sass in Sarsaparilla. But as always, be sure to let me know what you figure. Yeah, I'm saying it right here. Jim Henson made a classic when it came to Labyrinth. The Dark Crystal is a little further out there for me. I didn't hate it, but it wasn't one of those movies that I had to watch over and over. I saw it, it creeped me out about as much as Labyrinth did, but Labyrinth had more of a lasting appeal for me. And hey, if you like these figures that are on this channel, you should check out some of my other videos that are on this channel, like this one right here, or I got this one right here for you as well too. Check them out, you just never know what might tickle your fancy.